Okay, so here we've got a very common problem. This is something I come across many times over. I'm taking something apart and I have all these nails sticking out. I either want to create some firewood or I want to take it to the tip. But the last thing I want to do is grab hold of it with my hand and ouch, tear my flesh open. I've got very soft teacher's hands. I handle paper most of the day, so when I start handling this, it can be really rough on the skin. I try to be smart most of the time and have gloves around, but when I forget, or there's just one that I don't see, tear the clothes, rip the flesh, you just don't want it. So I always like to get these nails out. Now here's one tool, a pair of pliers. I can grab a hold of it and here I'm pulling at it, but the nail has done its job. The nail was supposed to stay in and no matter how much I tug, I can't pull it out. Oh, I got one. I don't just want to throw that away, I'll just put that carefully over here. I could try something longer. Something like this. But I'm actually just pulling at it and pulling at it. If I think about the lever lesson that we've just had, maybe if I got hold of it, maybe I could try twisting. Yeah, making some progress. Okay, because I'm trying to lever it out. But this really isn't the perfect tool. This tool here is the symbol of carpenters. One of the things a carpenter had to do was not just make things, but they had to recycle things. So this was the tool they used for recycling, and they would lever. So they would lever like this, they would grip the nail, they go like that. Let me just position it. It's coming up, came up a little bit, now position it like this. It's coming up a bit more. And more, and finally got that out. Now using this, the nail comes out in a pretty straight shape. In other words, the nail becomes reusable because of this, and so does the timber. I'm not going to reuse this at all. I'm either going to throw it away or I'm going to burn it. But still, I like to take the nail out. So levers. Here's the most common lever you'll come across. Get down like this. And very quickly, out comes the nail. So levers can be very productive. Sometimes you get a very stubborn nail. You have to make sure that the force I'm putting down here is sufficient to the force that I'm pulling. It's until we get that equilibrium. If I just do this, it's going to rock around. So I've got to really put some weight down. It's very hard for me to say how much force I'm putting down on here. It's very hard for me to say how much force I'm putting on here. Just like when I held the balancing stick, you feel it. I feel it rocking until I anchor it down, and once I anchor it down, there we go. I keep it in equilibrium until something gives. The thing that I want to give, is all that force was on this nail, and out it comes. So, it might not seem like you can learn a lot from an old piece of wood and a hammer, but you're practicing math. So when it's rocking around like this, greater than, less than, greater than, less than. You're feeling for the equilibrium. You're feeling for the equals point. And once you've got the equals point, then you can really rack up the pressure and something happens, you feel it. It's all about feeling. The whole time I'm doing this, and the nail